Patrick. Thank you.
Now between the starting lineup, FloHoops, the Arizona State Sun Devils. At guard, 6'2" senior from Clara, Belgium, number 1, Austin Mason.
Just outside the fabulous Las Vegas Strip sits the Lee's Family Forum in Henderson, Nevada. It's home to the 2024 Las Vegas Hoops Festival. Game 1 of a college basketball doubleheader. Santa Clara of the West Coast Conference takes on Arizona State of the Big 12. And welcome college basketball fans to Vegas. Great to have with us. Dave Ryan alongside Dan Dicko. Bottom line here for both teams, early test, potential early resume builder as well in Game 2 of their seasons.
Yeah, great scheduling in my opinion for both of these ball clubs. Santa Clara has been knocking on the door of the NCAA tournament the last few years. Arizona State with Bobby Hurley, 2 years, down years, but he's reloaded. A terrific recruiting class, and he's added some high-level scores in the transfer portal.
All right, players to keep an eye on. Speaking of transfers, B.J. Freeman from Milwaukee is the national leader in points per game, more than 19, Dan, in his career, heading to Tempe.
Over 21 a game last year at University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Looks to add that scoring punch in the desert for Arizona State. And for Santa Clara, Adama Alphabal flirted with the NBA draft in the offseason, decided to come back. He might be a favorite for WCC Player of the Year. He's that good of a player.
Arizona State coached by Bobby Hurley, year 10 for him, 156 wins, just 3 behind his counterpart tonight in Santa Clara's Herb Sendek, who had a long, successful run in Tempe at Arizona State. Herb Sendek, first matchup against him, against his old school against Arizona State. We'll talk about that in a moment. Starting lineups for tonight, Jaden Quainton's highest-ranked recruit ever at Arizona State, a 5-star. For Santa Clara, looking for a 4th-straight 20-plus win season. Big man from Germany, Christoph Tilly. All West Coast Conference last year, 19 career double-figure games for him. Herb Sendek, first matchup against his old school at Arizona State in the midst of a great stretch at Santa Clara. Best since the 1960s with winning seasons. That includes back-to-back NIT bids in 2022 and 2023. 8th meeting all time, ASU and Santa Clara. Last time they met, though, way back in 2004. Sun Devils got the win over the Broncos by 5. Here we go, college hoops from Vegas tonight. Arizona State, head-to-head with Santa Clara. Interesting matchup early season here. It's a real opportunity. Neutral site game. We expect a very close matchup here tonight.
Arizona State will pressure you defensively. They want to get up and down the floor. They struggled shooting it in their opening win against Idaho State, but they definitely want to play fast.
Tough shot for Alphabal. Already he's in the scorebook. Transfer from Arizona.
Picked right up where he left off, 24 in their opening win against St. Louis. He can score at all 3 levels, at the rim, in the mid-range, as well as behind the 3-point line.
Quainton's the handoff. Long-range shot from Sannon, a freshman. He had 30 minutes of action in their opener against Idaho State on Tuesday. 11 points and 3 rebounds for Jocelyn Sannon. Ball the kick out. O'Neal, transfer from American, drives in, hangs but can't hit. Then a follow for Johnny O'Neal for 2.
O'Neal stays with it, but it'll be interesting to see if Quaintance gets credited for a block. His debut as a Sun Devil, 6 blocks, even though he struggled on the offensive end of the floor. 2 quick fouls kind of got him out of the rhythm, but he can be a difference maker both ends of the floor.
Only had 2 points in that game. Was 0 for 6 from the field. A 5-star recruit, impressive. Sannon long range hits a 3.
That's what he does. Talking to Bobby Hurley, for a young player, he can really shoot it from deep.
Off the ball. Tilly inside, had it blocked. Regained by Bryant. Carlo Stewart, second stint as a Bronco after a transfer to LSU. A native of Louisiana. Mason the rebound. Long range shot. Sannon tries to hit a second triple, and the net is hung up a bit there. We'll get that fixed. Yeah, 4-3 game early on.
Well, O'Neal attacks the rim, stays with it, gets the bucket to go on the second attempt, but Sannon, a good job, hands and feet ready on that ball reversal.
Another newcomer for ASU, freshman from Saxton River, Vermont. He was the 3rd all-time rated high school recruit at Arizona State. So great class for Coach Hurley, his best as Sun Devils head coach. We'll see if that transfers into wins. Ball hangs way too strong, and the rebound for Quaintance. Number 9 overall prospect nationally, Jaden Quaintance. Folks in Tempe are pretty excited about that. Jihad can't hit from long range. Transfer from Ball State. Got a really good career in the Mid-American Conference. Here's Ball for 3. An answer from deep. Dama Alpha Ball, wow.
Second time tonight, 1 on each end of the floor. The net has got hung by a made 3. Ball shows you a little bit of his range. Effortless from behind the NBA line as well.
6'7" senior from France. He told us today team chemistry is so important in these early season non-con challenges. Sannon's pass tipped out of bounds by Stewart. 15 to shoot here.
Santa Clara's got to take care of the basketball tonight. Arizona State can really turn up the pressure, and for the Sun Devils, play with an efficient pace. They only scored 55 points in their opener, but Bobby Hurley wants to play in the 80s if possible.
Adam Miller, leading returning scorer. 3rd stop for him, LSU, Illinois. Quaintance, Miller, the lefty. It's a 3.
Great extra pass from Quaintance to hit Miller, but even better from Mason to get in the teeth of the defense and create rotations.
Tilly from Germany, and then trouble on the handle. It's out of bounds. Johnny O'Neal.
You compress the defense. Sorry, Dave. You compress the defense with that dribble drive. You're going to put the rotations late. Extra pass, Miller. Great job. Hands and feet ready. Has made over 2 threes per game over the course of his Sun Devil career.
3rd stop for Alston Mason. He's from Belgium. Missouri State, Oklahoma. A roster renovation in Tempe this year. Miller has it blocked. And some contact means free throws here for Arizona State.
Terrific job from Miller, turning the corner. Gets the contact, gets himself to the free throw line. Sandwiched between 2 Broncos.
89th career game for Adam Miller. He's closing in on 1,000 career points. Gets one closer.
And with all the new talent for Arizona State, it'll be interesting to see how Miller gets acclimatized this season. Led them in scoring a season ago. He's a really good 3-point shooter. But how does he fit with the new pieces?
Freeman in for the first time here. A transfer from UW Milwaukee. A tremendous career before making the switch to the Big 12 this year. Fouls on Christoph Tilly, the junior center, 7-footer from Germany. First foul of the game here tonight. The old kick out for Bryan. Carlos Stewart transferred to LSU. 9 games last year. O'Neal thinking 3 in the corner. Heel the rim miss. Quaintance the rebound. Got hurt though at LSU for Stewart and came back to Santa Clara. There's an all West Coast Conference pick. Preseason all WCC this year. Glad to have him back. Jihad on the bounce for Quaintance, picked off by Stewart. They'll often see players return to their original spot. O'Neal way short on the 3. Track down attempt. Cameron Tongue. A tumble into the corner. And we'll take a timeout from Henderson, Nevada. Underway, Arizona State, Santa Clara head-to-head. From just outside fabulous Las Vegas. Good hustle, game 2 for each tonight. Santa Clara head coach Herb Sendek, 9th year leading the Bronco program. Former head coach at Arizona State, as we talked about. Had a really good run in Tempe between 2006 and 2015. But Dan, he downplayed that this morning when we chatted with him at the shoot around to him. This is just another game. It's been a few years since he left Arizona State.
Well, he had terrific success in Tempe. He mentioned to us, as a coach, you kind of get hired to fired, and it's just kind of the cycle of the coaching world. He enjoyed his time in Tempe, but he's loving what Santa Clara is becoming in his 9th season. As mentioned in the Open, they are knocking on the door of an NCAA tournament. This could be the year they break through.
Number 2 all time. Arizona State history. Bobby Hurley is closing in year 10, leading the Sun Devil program. Broncos trouble getting that one in. Great defense from Miller as he shuts off Adama Alpha ball on the sideline.
A great job of executing defensive scouting game plan. Arizona State went over that exact play, baseline out of bounds and shoot around. He's got to put a coach at ease knowing that his team was paying attention earlier this morning.
Second early turnover for the Broncos here tonight. They went to South Dakota and beat St. Louis of the A-10. Quality season opening game. At a neutral site, 85-78. Arizona State beat Idaho State in a very challenging game in Tempe, 55-48. They played well defensively, but offensively it was a problem. Second Sun Devil turnover. Brendan Napper into the game, call him BK in Santa Clara. Out of Ontario, California. Jake Ensminger, another import from Germany. His first shot of the night. A 3 in the corner, can't click from deep. Rebound down low, put up and in. Good hustle from Mahi, a junior forward, also international player from Toronto.
He's been a terrific addition to Santa Clara. They like what he brings to the table, a shooter with size who has a chance to get on the glass just like he did there.
There's Freeman's first shot attempt. A transfer from Milwaukee, trying to make a big impact this year in the Big 12. Top of the key miss. Cameron Tongue, the senior, had 18.7 boards against SLU in the opener for the Broncos.
Mahi keeping the ball alive on the offensive glass. He's not blocked out, will not be denied for the extra 2.
Went to West Valley Community College. JC Superstar was the California JC Player of the Year. In his first year up in Division I. An incredible career, 2 years there at JC. They won the championship. The Vikings. Into the corner, long 3. Nunez hits, transfer from Ole Miss. 2 points against Idaho State in the opener for Arizona State.
Arizona State on that possession. Good job getting the ball side to side and then collapse the defense with penetration off the pick and roll. Nunez, hands and feet ready on the catch.
Well, Bobby Hurley said after the opening struggles and challenge from Idaho State, didn't feel his team was playing motivated basketball, playing with better spirit tonight. Would you agree?
They've got a good sense about them out on the floor. Had a good warm-up before the game, but didn't like how they competed, played against Duke in the exhibition game, and then wish they would have competed better at home against Idaho State.
Napper cannot get the shot off. Third turnover. Early going here for Santa Clara. First time that Bobby Hurley ever had faced Duke as a coach, either Buffalo or Arizona State. He had to go and take on the Blue Devils in an exhibition game in Durham. Pretty cool to return there for a 2-time national champ, all-time assist leader in college basketball history. Defense, the name of the game for Arizona State.
Said Coach K, watched their practice, kind of gave some of his insight as to what he sees.
And that is good insight. Here's Freeman battling his foul. Left low block there for ASU. 3 years at Milwaukee for him. Big numbers, Dan. 1,100 plus points, 350 boards, 200 assists. But the big move up to the Big 12.
Well, you're seeing that a lot due to the transfer portal and the waiver of the year having to sit out when you transfer. Is, you know, guys kind of get to the end of their career and they may have been a big-time scorer in what's deemed a lower league, a mid-major, and they want that opportunity to compete at the highest level. The Big 12, which Arizona State is now in for the first year. A lot of people consider the Big 12 the toughest basketball conference. I think the SEC might have something to say about that, but those 2 leagues right there, in my eyes, are definitely the 2 best leagues.
Sannon, Amir Ali are in for Arizona State. Bobby Hurley wants to go 10 deep tonight. A lot of these early non-conference challenge games. Great to see what kind of team chemistry you got, who is going to have the most efficient minutes. Freeman hits a couple. Senior from Selma, North Carolina. 10-2 ASU run. Bryant transfer from Charleston Southern. These days, that's what you do when you describe players. Where did he start his career? 2 to shoot. Great defense again. Emsinger can't click. Long rebound, Nunez. He's on the move here for Arizona State. The lefty hangs. Can't finish. Up and away, though. On the hammer dunk for Phillips.
The official thought it was offensive goaltending, so waves it off. We get another look at it. My first inclination was that it was good. Oh,
that was off the rim.
That was clearly off the rim. Terrific job from Phillips Jr. there to keep running in transition, which is what you're taught as a big. Don't give up on the play. Should have been 2 points, Arizona State.
Phillips Caulfield with the back foul. Tilly, the junior from Germany. Here's Mahi. Hangs, can't hit, but there is some contact. Elijah Mahi, the junior. 10 points in the season opener. We'll shoot a couple here. So, Big 12 shakeup, we talked about it, Dan. Arizona State, the Buffs, and Utah make the move to the Big 12. Oklahoma and Texas off to the SEC. You talked about the SEC being an incredibly powerful conference. I mean, these are mega leagues now. With the ACC growing and the Big 10 growing, the Pac-12 goes away for now.
Well, you've got to get used to, as a fan, a 20-game conference season. A lot of leagues will start conference games as early as that first week of December. Like it or don't like it, it's something you got to get used to for the near future, because the only constant right now in college athletics is change, because it could change again in a year or two.
I think we can count on that. Nothing's done yet when it comes to realignment. Shot way off the mark from Ali, the freshman. 11th highest ranked recruit ever at Arizona State. Little Elm, Texas. Pass down low in the finish for Mahi, who's had a really effective start here for Santa Clara.
His reputation comes in as a shooter, active on the offensive glass for a putback. That time, terrific attack with the left hand.
17.5 points a game at JC last year. And the state JC player of the year, impressive. Long range shot for Shannon.
The poise, get the defense back on their heels, and gets himself back on balance. They've got high hopes for him. They think he's going to be a terrific scorer at the college level.
24th overall prospect, nationally ranked recruit. Tilly has fouled, some contact on the way to the basket. Bashir Jihad commits the foul for Arizona State.
Josan Sanan. I'm going to create some space and rise up over the top. We got a good one in Vegas. Don't go anywhere.
So she's in what we call a complete remission. I can't say enough good things about Dr. Peters or Dr. Glenn.
There's something beautiful happening in Las Vegas. Life in Summerlin, a premium master-planned community designed to live as good as it looks, with a big canyon for a backyard and downtown Summerlin's fashion, dining, and entertainment at your doorstep. This incredible lifestyle has to be lived to be believed, and with dozens of actively selling neighborhoods, there's never been a better time to live this beautiful life, right here in Summerlin.
Well, I mentioned Arizona State and Bobby Hurley going back to Durham, North Carolina, and Duke first time as a coach. What a career he had, winning back-to-back national championships. Hard to believe those are the first two titles. Got in Grant Hill with the follow there for Coach K. Bobby Hurley and Duke, all-time national leader in career assists. Still has the record. 1,076 times for Bobby Hurley. Back-to-back national champs and a very high NBA draft pick as well. Back-to-back championships. Can UConn do it again?
Well, I tell you what, they have as good a chance as anybody. Alex Caravan is terrific. Everybody needs to figure out how they're going to replace Donovan Clingan with the interior presence, but Danny Hurley has done a tremendous job in UConn, and Bobby Hurley's done a tremendous job getting his group ready to play tonight. They've looked really good.
Could there be another championship for UConn? Mahi's had a great start. Up top for Stewart. Can't click from three. Rebound for Ali, the freshman. 15th ranked small forward nationally, part of that huge recruiting class for Bobby Hurley. These days, it's the portal and still high school recruiting that can make for a great team. The question is the chemistry with so many new faces. Nunez for Ali, 5 to shoot. Nunez, here's Freeman. Back iron miss. Long rebound toward the bench, good hustle. Ali has it, hits it. Amir Ali.
Chase down the long rebound, no one in your space. Why not? The freshman steps right up, knocks down the three after struggling in his opener, only 3 minutes.
O'Neal by himself, top of the key for three, not close. Rebound for Tilly. His follow was way off the mark as well. Ali runs the court perfectly, but is fouled. Can't hit. O'Neal commits personal in transition.
Ali chased down the long rebound. No hesitation. It shows you his versatility, though, the ability to get down the floor ahead of the defense. Would like to have that layup back and finish it, but that being said, at the line for 2 free throws.
O'Neal commits his first, and Ali steps up to shoot here for Arizona State. Got one more. Mason back in. Nunez takes a seat for now for the Sun Devils. 1 out of 2 there for Amir Ali. He's got 4 points in the game here tonight. On the bench for now, replaced by Miller. Senior guard from Chicago. This early in the season, partner, what are coaches looking for?
Oh, for a team like Santa Clara, who returns almost everybody, but you bring back Carlos Stewart, who already knows what Herb Sendick was, I think they have a chance to be a little bit further along than many teams. For Arizona State, you've got so many newcomers, and 3 of them being freshmen, even though they're very talented. It takes a little bit of time to really understand how all the pieces fit together.
Well, the common theme at shoot-arounds today, I spent a lot of time talking with players and coaches. It's early in the year, you get an exhibition game or 2, and then you're right at it, and you want to prove yourself with a good non-conference schedule. Neutral site games like this.
And both these teams have some good non-conference games coming up. Arizona State after this goes up to Gonzaga. They're also going to play New Mexico and Florida, who's a top 25 team. Santa Clara also has a good non-conference. Stanford, TCU, and either Colorado State or UW.
2-man game, Tilly, the pass from O'Neal. Blocked away. Great defense and the closeout. Freeman's pass in transition, intercepted though by Carlos Stewart. WCC preseason pick. Bryan tries a 3. Can't convert from deep. So the recruiting class, fantastic. Best ASU history, but how about transfer U as well for Arizona State? A lot of new faces on the roster.
Mason, Jihad, and Freeman, big-time scorers at their previous schools. Nunez injured last year before returning because he started his career at ASU, and Brandon Gardner, he's got a chance to be an impact player at some point this year. He's out tonight with an injury, but they really like his upside as well.
Gardner day-to-day and not available tonight. Mason, the grad student, runs the show here for Bobby Hurley. Quaintance, the freshman. Sannon up top hits. Sannon has been hot from 3 in the first half here.
11 points in their opener. He is showing the promise of a big-time scorer at the college level.
Santa Clara's missed 6 straight, 5 of 19 from the field in this first half here tonight.
Quaintance creates so much attention on that low block. If you're gonna double, you gotta go early with high hands. Santa just ready on the catch.
Santa Clara gets the ball. Ball gets the shot, but he can't hit.
The length of Arizona State is really bothering Santa Clara on their offensive end of the floor.
Broncos now missed 7 straight shots from the field. Case in point, Miller drives in, and that pass errant. Austin Mason maybe closest to it. Turnover for Arizona State. Timeout call by Herb Sendick and Santa Clara. Time to improve for Arizona State and Bobby Hurley. That was his message to us pregame. And Nick Cronin said the same thing. We're going to see UCLA coming up, second game against New Mexico. Not exactly ASU-like in 2023-2024, but with a roster renovation, looking for big improvements.
Yeah, that's one thing that is nice about the transfer portal and the waiver of having a red shirt is if you have a bad year, you can turn it around in a hurry. And you hear the optimism in Bobby Hurley's voice. He really likes the youth of this team, but he also really likes the added experience pieces. But Sanin so far has been really good on the offensive end. 3 made buckets, 2 of them from beyond the arc. He's got all the makings of a scorer.
First freshman duo along with Jaden Quaintance to start the season opener together at Arizona State since Marcus Bagley, Josh Christopher in 2020. So early impact tonight and on the early season for Sanin. Stewart trying to break the streak, which unfortunately continues for Santa Clara. Quaintance, strong rebound. You see the physicality of Jaden Quaintance. The skill set, why he was ranked so high nationally in high school recruiting. Fouls call on Stewart.
And the crazy thing about Quaintance as well is he's only 17 years old. He is the youngest player in college basketball by 6 months. Cooper Flagg being the second youngest. He's still growing, a size 19 shoe, 7'3" wingspan. He's got terrific footwork at this stage of his game. He's got to get a little bit better, I think, with his ball handling ability and his understanding of just how he can use his size and strength, but terrific upside.
He'll be 17 all season. It's hard to believe. 4 to shoot here. Here's Miller, lefty 3 on the way. Short this time. Quaintance tries to clean it up and does on a trip to the free throw line right on cue. The size 19 shoe had to be custom made. Jaden Quaintance didn't have it in stock in Tempe.
Just parks himself in the paint as the shot goes up. Bryan tries to root him out to no avail. Quaintance at the line for 2 free throws.
First foul, Tyree Bryan. And Quaintance to the free throw line here. Back on this one of 20 initial names mentioned for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award for the nation's top center. It's awfully early, but he's getting some early season accolades and plenty of attention. Lots of subs here. Coaches told us that. All the coaches we talked to today. Gonna go deep tonight, 9, 10 at least. Learning as they go, partner, right?
Important stretch here for Santa Clara, too. Down 11. The length of Arizona State, as mentioned, is really bothering them. They need to get a good offensive possession here, get a bucket or get to the free throw line.
Hemsinger kicks into the corner, it's a 3, and finally, Napper hits a long-range shot.
Well, credit
him. BK, first 3 for him.
Yeah, credit Ensminger, though. Attack the closeout with the dribble. And Napper, a nice relocation to catch and shoot jumper.
Quaintance gets physical and gets the tongue pretty well. Mahi runs and finishes. Six, 220 pounds. Runs the floor really well for Santa Clara. Good pressure, half-court defense, and causes the ASU turnover.
Santa Clara needed a couple good possessions strung together. They got them. A corner 3 from Napper off the drive and kick, followed by Mahi putting it on the deck, finishing with creativity in transition.
first half from Henderson, Nevada, outside Vegas. 23-17 lead for Arizona State of the Big 12. Your college sports have a home on Flow College. Watch more than 12,000 college sporting events from 100 schools and 12 different conferences only on Flow College. Head to flowcollege.com today to see everything now. Really good season, Dan, last year for Santa Clara. Third 20-plus year in a row. They got a great win over Gonzaga, your former school, to make some history as well.
Adama Ball with a game-winning layup in the final seconds in that home win. But as mentioned, they're knocking on the door of the NCAA tournament last year, 6-0 to start the season. Hit a little bit of a rough patch with injuries, but played really well down the stretch of league play. Would not be surprised to see them pushing St. Mary's, Gonzaga, San Francisco for that top tier in the WCC.
Double figures partner for Elijah Mahi. He's got 10 tonight of his team's 19. Clearly the game is translating from the JC level to Division I. Impressive talent. Freeman back on the court for Arizona State. Sandin drives, hangs but can't hit. Loose change, rebound, Mahi. One-man wrecking crew. Been a game of runs here tonight. Been out of control that time in transition. Taken back by Sandin. Here's Freeman baseline. Earns a trip to the free throw line to shoot two, fouled by Tongue.
7-0 run from Santa Clara pulls them to within 4. Mahi showing the ability to put the ball on the deck, finish through contact. Came in with the reputation of being a shooter, which he is. But get those shoulders into the defense, get him off balance, finish through that contact.
Here's Freeman. We talked about how the team did not shoot well second half against Idaho State. That was a dramatic finish in the season opener. Only won by 7. Early season challenges like this, neutral site, those are tough. You can't lose at home to Idaho State. That would have been a really difficult beginning with the new recruiting class, and Coach Hurley emphasized that in practice last couple days. He was pretty tough on his team.
Well, Idaho State, interestingly enough, went into USC in LA. It ended up being only a 5-point win for the Trojans, so Idaho State probably deserves a little bit more credit for hanging in there in that game. But you're right in regards to Arizona State. They were great defensively. They just struggled on the offensive end of the floor that night.
2 straight turnovers, Dan, for Santa Clara. That pass was airmailed. Big time from Ball. Uncatchable. Quaintance tries the back door. Get that on the bounce to Adam Miller. And it's kicked out of bounds. You're right. I don't want to sell Idaho State short. But with the recruiting class and transfers and a lot being talked about for Arizona State, you want to start on a positive note. They were able to squeak by the Bengals that night.
And we talked about, you know, higher level conference programs able to retool themselves quickly, such as Arizona State with players like BJ Freeman. That also goes for the lower level conferences, such as teams in the Big Sky. You can get drop-down transfers, or you can get experienced players from a lower level, like an NAIA school or a Division II, that already know how to win. And it's just so unbelievably important and many times overlooked in the recruiting process of the value and the experience of winning.
Offensive foul partner on Brenton Napper. Slow to get up here for Santa Clara. Let's take a look.
Great job from Freeman getting outside the restricted circle early. Napper had committed to exploding to the rim.
Well, this game will run. 3 straight turnovers on possessions for Santa Clara. 6 total first half for Herb Sendek's team. Napper out for now. Get some attention on the Bronco bench. See if Freeman can get going. Pass is picked. Ball, good defense.
Arizona State's been careless with the ball at times, trying to throw it into small windows.
Quaintance, good defense. Mahi's had a great first half. Elijah Mahi from deep for Santa Clara. Broncos on a 10-2 run.
Santa Clara has had a lot of good scoring wings over the years. Jared Brownridge, Kevin Foster come to mind. Could Mahi be the next in this line? Credit Ball, your leading scorer with the willingness to get down the floor, recover it. Presence of mind to find Mahi in the corner.
And that play till he commits his second foul, he's replaced. Cameron Tongue is back in. And 1-1 here for Quaintance. 0 for 6 from the field. In his debut as a Sun Devil, did have 6 blocks.
Slightly impacted by 2 quick fouls in about the first 2.5 minutes of that ball game, so he had to sit a bit, but you see the potential. There's a number of NBA scouts here watching him closely in pregame warmups. They want to see how he develops over the course of the year.
This front end 1-1. Driving the basket, Mahi trying to stay hot. Pinballed around by Tongue. Rebound for Nunez. Here comes Arizona State. Overplay from Ball. A lot of experience, French national team. Adama Alpha Ball. Transfer from Arizona. 3 free throws on the way here. Sandin to the line.
After a bit of a scoring drought, Santa Clara has found the range. They've done it in different ways. Drive and kick actions, get out in transition, put the ball on the deck and get by the defense. But it's been led by Elijah Mahi, who's been really good in this first half.
13 for Mahi. Fouls on Alpha Ball a moment ago for Santa Clara. And 3 free throws here for Sandin. Really came through. The game against Idaho State, season opener at 11 points. Bobby Hurley said he's not sure if they would have won the game without Sandin's excellent offensive output in the season opener. Missed the free throw. Emziger can't corral it, though. It's out of bounds on the baseline. Tough break for Santa Clara. Sandin. Another foul. Kicks the leg out.
Yeah, looks like
Initiates the contact. Offensive foul this time on Sandin.
it was a terrific shot fake and then one dribble escape, but the official thought sticking the leg out was a little bit too much. I don't know, on second glance.
It's close.
I don't think that should have been a foul on Sandin.
The second. He's had a big first half. He has been the man of the moment for Santa Clara. The call, Matthew Ruckeson and Michael Greenstein. Great crew here tonight in Henderson, officiating this one. Can Ball get going? He's been really quiet. Thinking about a 3, looking to make some noise right on cue.
Great defense for Mason to cut the penetration off, but Ball able to rise up over the top. Shows you a little bit of why he's a prospective NBA player as well. Pulled his name out of the NBA draft during the end of the process, but he's had a good off season, really getting ready.
Jihad can't hit the Ball State transfer. Ball for Mahi. 3 ball, doesn't connect from the deep corner. Cameron Tongue has the offensive rebound. Shoots free throws when we return to Henderson, Nevada. Fun game to watch here so far outside Vegas. Adama Alpha Ball from France. It's for 3. Arizona State leads the all-time series head-to-head with Santa Clara 5-2. They've won 5 straight for the Broncos. All right, it's time for Dan's Dish. I've been waiting all day for this, partner. Let's find out about your thoughts.
Well, I think Iowa State is going to continue to surprise people. TJ Otzelberger's got a great point guard in Tamin Lipsey. I think they've got a chance to win the Big 12 and unseat Kansas. Most disappointing, Auburn. I know they had a long winning streak a season ago. Janai Broome is back, but I'm not sold on Auburn. Grand Canyon has a chance to maybe be the best mid-major. Tyon Grant Foster was spectacular a year ago. Gabe McClintock, they're losing, but they'll find a way to replace that. But UConn's my pick to repeat. What Dan Hurley has done the last couple of years has been impressive. Everybody thought they were going to fall off when Jordan Hawkins and others left. They win again last year. Now Caravan's back. They get Hassan Diarra in the transfer portal. Liam McNeely is a freshman. Aiden Mahaney, a really good a really good point guard on the perimeter who can shoot it. I would like UConn.
Three-peat. Heard to hear from Dan Dickow tonight. Tongue gives Santa Clara the lead.
This is where the experience of Santa Clara really kind of plays to their favor against a team like Arizona State that's still figuring the pieces out. Santa Clara went through that rough stretch shooting the basketball, turning it over a little bit, but they're experienced. They just stay with the process.
15-3 Bronco run. Jihad. Touch in deep. Kick out Alston Mason. Lost it. Stewart takes it back. Can't finish. Tipped up and in by Bryan. There is a foul call first on the way to the hoop. First foul, Adam Miller, redshirt senior guard for Arizona State here. Stewart Jr. is back. We talked about it. Great season 2 years ago. All West Coast Conference, 15.2 points a game. First team all WCC. Transfers closer to home. He's from Baton Rouge. To play at LSU, then gets hurt 9 games in, season-ending leg injury, and comes back to Santa Clara. Don't see that a lot.
You don't, but Herb Sendek and staff welcomed him back with open arms 2 seasons ago, 15 points a game. He's a physical defender. He can get by you with the dribble. He's willing to take and can make big shots.
30 career double-figure scoring games for him. He started all 9 games at LSU before the injury. 16-3, Santa Clara run. Jihad drives to the basket, is fouled. But before the shot.
Bobby Hurley doesn't know why this isn't a made basket. I'm right there with him. That should have been a made basket going to the line for 1 free throw. Chance of a 3-point play.
Ensminger picks up the foul. And Coach Hurley is not going to win the argument. You rarely win as head coach. Got to make yourself heard, though. Here's Jihad. 1 more free throw for him.
Jihad really struggled scoring in their first game against Idaho State. 0 of 7 from the field. Did other things well, 8 rebounds. But at Ball State a season ago, nearly 19 points, 8 rebounds a game. Really talented player. Shoot it a little bit beyond the 3-point line. Put the ball on the deck, as you saw in that last play. Active on the glass as well.
Part of the 5-man transfer class for Arizona State this year. Sun Devils are 11 of 16 for the free throw line. That's a plus. And tight game here from outside Vegas. Stewart Jr. Preseason all WCC pick. Tongue gets a really nice feed from Mahi and finishes.
Right place at the right time. I think he was positioning himself on the offensive glass. Ball just happened to pop to him.
Stewart Jr. the steal, the stuff. Up, up and away, Carlos Stewart. And a timeout for Arizona State.
Carelessness with the basketball from B.J. Freeman. Just flipping it towards Nunez. Stewart recognized, get in the passing lane, finish with authority.
Sophomore year, second on the team in scoring, 11th in the West Coast Conference, 15+ points a game, Dan, you talked about it. And LSU, and now back to Santa Clara, and this guy's got some elevation. A big-time hammer for Santa Clara. Two years Santa Clara, 1 year LSU, and then back to the Bronco program. We also have Alan Graves on the Santa Clara roster. He's from Louisiana. He was State Player of the Year in that state. You wouldn't think Santa Clara would have 2 Louisiana high school state players of the year. That's interesting.
So much of recruiting is relationship driven. Assistant coaches know an AAU program director or the high school coach, and many times that's where recruitment of a certain player begins, when it's not in your geographical location. But a big time 3 from Amir Ali.
His second triple, nice stroke from deep. 90 seconds, fading first half clock, cuts the basket. How about Stewart Jr.? Off ball cut. And Ensminger finds him with a perfect feed. Kick out Nunez. Miller in the corner. Deep 3. Can't connect. Quaintance rebound. Nunez free. Southpaw 3 airborne. Got it. Fun game to watch here tonight. Bryan can't answer in kind from deep. Stewart Jr. the hustle. Nunez has Miller by himself for 2. And he and Tongue come together, and that hurts for Adam Miller.
Well, Nunez bumped into Tongue, and then Tongue bumped into Miller. There was nothing malicious or intentful about it.
Everybody's hurt.
Well, maybe Nunez did kind of veer off to get in Tongue's line of attack defensively.
And Cameron Tongue, the senior, got a career best 18 points off the bench in the opening win in South Dakota against SLU. There's initial contact first. Then bodies came together as well. Ooh.
That could have easily been a foul on Nunez after pitching it ahead. Veers into the line of Cameron Tongue. Looks like the officials are going to take a quick look at it to see if there's anything they need to add.
All right, so officials tell us, Dan, they're going to try to unsort or sort out what we're seeing here. Who is responsible, if anyone, for some extra business?
I think it would really just be a play on, nothing new now. I mean, obviously Tongue collides into Miller after the made basket, but that was caused by Nunez veering into Tongue's line of run, getting back in defensive transition. So you could almost go towards either one of them, depends on which one the officials deem is more worthy.
There was a little swing there from Tongue. He was frustrated. Then he banged his head with Adam Miller. And they both ran into the Broom Kid.
I think if there's anything extra they're going to add to it, it would be on Austin Nunez, not on Cameron Tongue. But officials are getting it sorted out. Hopefully they will let us know as soon as possible. Which is game 1 for us on the college basketball season, and I'm already griping about official reviews.
Didn't take you too long, did it?
Yeah, I got into it a few times last year. It's like, let's put a clock on the officials for the reviews. Shouldn't take this long.
Definitions of the F1, F2. we'll see if anything gets tacked on here or just play on. No extra fouls, no flagrant.
Good piece of officiating by not calling either one of those bits of contact a flagrant, but still took too long.
All right, it's early. Mark that down for Dan Dickow. Game one, almost made it through half without getting to. Mahi not this time, weak side rebound. But Boyer, the 7-1 redshirt freshman from Houston, gets some court time here for Herb Sendek. And commits the foul. Two free throws on the way here. Boyer only played 1 minute against St. Louis in the opener. He was 6'4" as a sophomore and then eventually grew all the way to 7'1". One more free throw here for Ali. Luque Boyer, 28th ranked player nationally. Three-star high school recruit out of Texas. Sun Devils 11 of 17 from the free throw line here tonight. Been a big factor. It's a lot of points. No luck for Ali. Rattles out.
Santa Clara now has the chance to take the last shot of the first half. With a veteran experienced ball club, you would expect this shot to go up right at the end of the half, not allowing Arizona State one last possession.
Back and forth first half here tonight from Henderson. Shot clock turned off, 18 seconds and counting. 10 for Stewart Jr. Stewart Jr. for three. Miss. Quainton's rebound, final seconds. And that's it for the first half. Nunez misfires from three-quarter court. 20 minutes in the books from Henderson, and nothing decided yet. Really good early season non-conference test for both Arizona State of the Big 12. Santa Clara, the West Coast Conference, 2-point game, Sun Devils by a bucket of the Broncos. Welcome back to the Lee's Family Forum, just outside Las Vegas, home of the 2024 Las Vegas Hoops Festival. 2-point game getting set for the start of the second half. Dave and Dan with you. What did you learn about these two teams in the opening 20 minutes?
They're both still trying to find their way, especially Arizona State with all the newcomers, as talented as they are. They go through stretches where they have empty possessions. They try to make a play for someone else when maybe it should have been their turn to shoot. For Santa Clara, they weathered the storm of the defensive pressure early, and then they climbed right back into it.
7 different scores for Arizona State in the first half. Defense also a big factor for the Sun Devils.
Well, with their length and athleticism, they can fly around in the passing lanes, create problems, they can protect it at the rim, and that can spark them to get out to have easy buckets on the offensive end of the floor. For Santa Clara, once they were able to kind of control that pressure, get into good offense, it became the Elijah Mahi show. He was terrific in that first half. 12 points. He scored it in a number of different ways, whether catch and shoot threes, putting the ball on the deck, or finishing in transition. We get a chance to look at the halftime stats. Neither team shooting it great from the field, but for the Sun Devils, nearly 44% from the three-point line, is a solid number, but they back that up by struggling shooting it from the free throw line. I think one of the interesting things to look at here in the second half is, can Arizona State get Alston Mason going? 14 points in their opener, didn't take a single shot in the first half. This is a player who transferred in from Missouri State, where he averaged nearly 18 a game a season ago.
Mahi's numbers, first half, 5 of 8 from the field. Hit 1-3, 12 points to lead the way. Half number 2 is underway here from Henderson. Mason, the grad student, almost the pick for Stewart Jr. Good overplay. Sennin had a really good first half. Begins the second in style with a 2-pointer.
He is just a scorer. You've seen a couple catch and shoots. That's not the first time it's been a one-dribble pull-up, just at the right angle to create space.
Alpha Ball had a couple of threes early first half, launching a triple to begin the second. O'Neal trying to track down the rebound in the corner. Miller has got it for ASU. Jihad, trouble with the handle. Good hustle on the court.
Patience on the offensive end. A little shot fake gets O'Neal off the ground. That's a perfect example of someone just knowing how to score. Create just enough space to get the shot off.
Jihad, partner, commits the foul. That's his third. So the first player in the game tonight with any sort of foul trouble. Good hustle from Tilly. The back possession for Santa Clara. Quaintance overplay, almost had a strip. Tilly the fake, to the basket with authority, and the finish for the big guy.
Well, we've talked about the athleticism of Arizona State, but Tilly taking it right back at the Sun Devils interior.
The hammer for the 7-footer from Germany. 19 career double-figure games. 28 starts for him in his career. Freeman's been really quiet tonight, trying to make some noise. Dishing Quaintance! Back-to-back jacks, back-to-back jams here as the action heats up in Henderson.
First field goal of his Quaintance college career.
How about that?
Explosive dunk.
One to remember. Stewart Jr. answers for Santa Clara. Stewart,
0 of 8 from the field in their opener against St. Louis. Starting to come on track here tonight.
Freeman can't connect from deep. Into the corner. Mason. Another miss. Stewart Jr. stopped by Freeman. Ryan almost traveled. Stewart Jr. has a three. And Santa Clara another bucket here tonight against Arizona State.
That's one thing about Stewart is he plays with a high level of confidence. He can really score. Career high 29 against UC Irvine during his first run at Santa Clara.
The lead to the Broncos. Middle of the drive, too strong. Quaintance, hand on the rebound. On the baseline, it's out of bounds. And Arizona State keeps it.
Neither team shot it particularly well in that first half, but this is a great way to get started if you're a Bronco fan or a Sun Devil fan. Get to the rim, finish with authority for Chris Tilley. Acquaintance? I may make your acquaintance there.
Impressive. Well said. Phillips Jr. to the game. Jihad with 3 fouls, out of bounds baseline. 14 to shoot here for Arizona State.
Mason looks as if he may have got a knee to the thigh on that baseline attack.
Quaintance did have the 6 blocks we talked about, the season opener. Sandin not this time. Track down for Tilley. Most for an Arizona State player since DeQuan Lake had 7 against Pacific in 2017. O'Neal, the runner, can't get the roll. Rebound for Phillips Jr. Arizona State's on the road for Freeman. Hits. Triple for B.J. Freeman. First 3 of the game for him. That's some contested defense. Mason on the inbounds almost had a strip and a steal.
The pace is now being played at Arizona State's favor. They want to get that ball up and down the floor as quickly as possible.
Tilley on the end answers. Stop Tilley. First the drive to the basket and the posterized hammer, and then the 3. Overplay O'Neal. And the sideline, he's out of bounds.
Mason, a good job with the push and transition. Freeman getting himself into an open area. Returning the favor off the pick and pop is Chris Tilley. Such an advantage when you have a big who can post on the low block, but then screen and get to space and knock it down from deep.
8 to shoot, Freeman. Kick out, Mason. Triple airborne. Below the rim miss, and Tilley has a loose change. Stewart Jr. the runner. And Phillips Jr. the rebound the other way for Arizona State.
Good extra pass from Sandin.
Freeman cans a 3. So 12 points, 8 rebounds. Opener for him as a Sun Devil against Idaho State. You can see that natural scoring ability. Tilley on the rim. O'Neal, fresh 20. Ball the ISO on Quaintance, 2 stars of the night. Short in the paint. Back and forth game tonight. Here's Quaintance.
They give him the freedom to shoot from beyond the arc. His mechanics are fairly sound. He shoots the ball out as opposed to with great arc, which will be improved with in time, but I like the confidence from the young man on that corner 3.
This for O'Neal, takes the basket, a whistle, leading us to a timeout. Free throws on the way when we return to Anderson.
ASU wants to get that ball down the floor, and why not? When you have shooters like B.J. Freeman, let it fly.
We mentioned best recruiting class, Bobby Hurley's tenure, top 10 class, ranked number 9 with 1 5-star and 2 4-stars. Your college sports have a home on Flo College. Watch more than 12,000 college sporting events from 100 schools, 12 different conferences, only on Flo College. Head to FloCollege.com today to see everything now. So, big part of that recruiting class, Jaden Quaintance. A lot of positives tonight, Gabe.
Yeah, a lot of positives. Hasn't necessarily scored it, only 3 points, but he's been active on the defensive end, on the glass with 9 rebounds. And that's his welcome to college moment with his first bucket, a powerful dunk over the top.
What Arizona State fans hope will be many big-time highlights from Jaden Quaintance. 9th overall ranked prospect nationally. Only 17 years old, 7 months younger than Cooper Flagg of Duke. Mason fouled for the break. Quaintance on the bench for now. Chad Alston from Belgium. Successful trip to the free throw line for the Sun Devils. Brett Napper, backup point guard. Santa Clara runs the show here for Cameron Tongue. Wow, he's been really quiet. No point second half. Big star opening 20 for Herb Sendek's Broncos. ISO for him here. Watched by Miller, 7 to shoot. Mahi for 2.
Well, you can't allow a scorer like Mahi to take 5 or 6 dribbles and get to your sweet spot. Arizona State's got to converge at some point, get the ball out of his hands. He was their big scorer in the first half. That's his first opportunity. He takes advantage here in the second.
14 points, 6 of 9 shooting for Elijah Mahi. Jihad back in the game with 3 fouls. Nice stroke in the corner. A 3 ball for the former Ball State star. Two-man game, Napper and Tongue. And a foul called, some contact as Tongue receives that pass.
Pick and pop. Weak side help is nowhere to be found. Jihad knocks it down.
Ali picks up his first foul. ISO again for Mahi. Double team comes with help. Napper. He'll drive the paint on a bounce. Tongue. Tough pass to catch. Between the wickets, grabs it. Here's Mahi. Fakes a 3. Then is free for a triple. Elijah Mahi feeling it now as he warms up in the second half.
He has been terrific this evening for Herb Sendek in Santa Clara.
Got 17 tonight. 2 threes in the game for Elijah Mahi. Freeman, tough shot. Can't get that to go to the basket. Quiet night so far for BJ Freeman. Hensminger. 15 on the timer. Napper. Tug grabs that, Freeman all over him. Double team comes with Jihad, who's playing with 3 fouls. 5 to shoot. Kick out of the corner. Tough shot. Napper out of bounds to Santa Clara.
When Mahi's hit a couple, so now you have to respect the shot on the catch. A little lift fake gets the defense to fly by. What a start to the season for Elijah Mahi.
The move up from junior college to Division I, been pretty smooth so far.
Nice
Off ball cut, Napper's got it. Napper,
Make the
good
decision.
vision awareness from Mahi.
Make the decision to double Mahi because he's created so many problems. Awareness on the weak side for that cut from Napper.
Miller, little Euro step through traffic for 2. Senior from Chicago, 3rd stop for him. Napper and Tuck not on the same page. We got a timeout down here in Henderson.
That timeout gives us an extra chance to take a look at the footwork of Adam Miller. We got a good one.
Dr. Peters turned me on to Dr. Anthony when her case is unique in the sense that it kind of caught her off guard. Remarkably, the last PET scan shows that she has no evidence of disease, so she's in what we call complete remission. I can't say enough good things about Dr. Peters or Dr. Miami.
There's something beautiful happening in Las Vegas. Life in Summerlin, a premium master planned community designed to live as good as it looks, with Marriott planning for a backyard and tempting Summerlin's fashion, dining, and entertainment at your doorstep. This incredible lifestyle has to be lived to be believed. And with dozens of actively selling neighborhoods, there's never been a better time to live this beautiful life. Right here in Summerlin.
Big moment in Santa Clara history last year against Gonzaga. First time ever a win for the Broncos over a ranked Gonzaga team at the Levy Center in the throwback jersey. Steve Nash was there, the all-time great legend of Santa Clara basketball. And in the end, a huge win, 77-76. Steve Nash loved it. All right, preseason poll, you cover this league extensively for CBS Sports Network. What do you think about the 3rd position for Santa Clara?
It fits, without a doubt. I mean, St. Mary's, big loss in Aiden Mahaney going to UConn, but Augustus Marcellonis is still there. Herb Sendick has had them continually battling for 3rd and 4th over the tenure of his career. The WCC continues to make strides. Gonzaga, another Sweet 16 last year. St. Mary's won that 1st round game. It's a very undervalued league across the country.
Dave, Dan, the entire crew, great to have us here from Henderson. Vegas Hoops Fest, first game. New Mexico, UCLA, ranked number 22. Comes your way later tonight. Quaintance is free. Another hammer dunk for the 5-star Jaden Quaintance.
Good pass from Nunez, but if you're Tilly, you can't gamble in that situation and give him a catch, turn, dunk.
Tilly tries to respond and kind of enter in a foul call.
That's where Quaintance, as he continues to evolve with his skill set, is at his most dangerous. Using his athleticism, make him score over the top. You see Tilly goes for the steal. No one's in help side, and no one at the college level is going to block that dunk.
It's all about dunks. Second field goal, 2 jams so far for Jaden Quaintance, and a foul on the perimeter against Adam Miller. Foul before that was on Quaintance. That's his first. 2 on Miller here tonight for Bobby Hurley. Stewart Jr. blocked by Quaintance. Close out, but Stewart Jr. is there for the loose change and the 2 for the Broncos. Pretty good awareness. Pretty explosive play from Quaintance too.
The ability
Special.
to recover, come up with a block shot.
Here's Miller, it's 3.
Terrific response from Miller tonight. 12 points now after 3 in the opener. Bobby Hurley told me he challenged him after struggling in the exhibition at Duke and the season opener.
In the corner, this there for Bryant, and a foul called on the baseline.
Dribble handoff action, the 2 defenders bump into each other, but Miller, the terrific footwork to get himself on balance quickly and elevate.
4th foul on Bashir Jihad, the Ball State transfer for Arizona State, so he sits down. Nunez checks out as well. Phillips Jr. back on the hardwood here for ASU. On the baseline, Mahi had a pick. Here's Miller. The steal, the run out, reverse layup, can't hit. A lot of contact and rebound. Ensminger, defensive transition with a lot of physical contact. There, foul on Phillips Jr. He's got 3, so Jihad 4 from that position and 3 for Phillips now for Arizona State.
Good job getting in the passing lane to create a transition opportunity for Miller, who couldn't quite finish. And then Phillips just got to have a little bit more awareness and recognition. If you have a chance as a big with your length and athleticism to get the offensive rebound, that's great. But you also have to understand when there's someone on the inside position, you can't foul.
Here's ball for 3. Can't hit this time. Stewart Jr. tries another triple. Way long. Weak side rebound, Phillips Jr. 6 fouls. Second half, Arizona State, just 1 for the Broncos. That could become a big factor with free throws on the way for Santa Clara. Santa, great first half. Quaintance was set up, foul called first.
Hey, after this, send somebody to the table. Hey.
Kick ball, no foul. Overplay. Here's Mahi. Gets physical, no whistle. Stewart Jr. trails. Mahi's got it again. Drive-through traffic foul in the basket.
What an addition, though, for Santa Clara. You bring back most of the team from a season ago, including your leading scorer, Ball, and then you bring in a physical scorer like Mahi. He may be the surprise of the WCC this year.
So on Sand and partner, freshman guard, 3 fouls. And as we talked about, team fouls a factor here. That's 7. So Mahi to the free throw line, 1 of 1 here for Santa Clara.
I think Herb Sendek knows something about developing wings as well. Jalen Williams, a couple seasons ago, drafted by Oklahoma City Thunder. Then Brandon Pajemski transferred from Illinois after literally scoring 10 points or so as a freshman, gets to Santa Clara, it explodes, becomes a first-round pick of the Warriors. He's now carving out a heck of an NBA career.
Raymond, 7 to shoot. Pass for Ali. Went for the hammer on the baseline. No finish, 2 to shoot. Freeman up top, trying to beat the buzzer. Does. Phillips Jr. kept it alive, a fresh 20. Freeman again. Can't hit from 3. Telly finds the defensive rebound and clears it for Santa Clara. You're right, Dan, no question. Great development from Herb Sendek and his staff there. Big names in the NBA coming from that program. We asked Coach about that block on Mahi's attempts. And he said it's such a feather in our cap to have guys like that off to the NBA. Makes a name for the Santa Clara program. Sannon can't hit from deep. Stewart Jr. trying to drive the basket, a foul call in Arizona State. And we've got a timeout in Henderson.
Chris Tilley meeting Ali at the rim. But for the Broncos, Mahi attacks. Phillips Jr. says, not tonight, not tonight.
Showing off your best moves. Don't be shy. DJ Magic, do what you do. Get them moving and grooving. Party. Yeah, here we go. Please dance along, don't be shy. There you go. Side to side. Yeah. Show me what you work with. Show them what it's look like. It's the dance team, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. There it is. Something to find you. Keep it going. All right. Make those shoulders work.
Year one, Arizona State in the Big 12 Conference. Picked 12th in the preseason poll. Won a league. Kansas, of course, picked number one. Big 12 all preseason first team. Some major names. Hunter Dickerson, preseason player of the year.
Talent across the board in this league. Arizona State picked 12th in the preseason. When you look at the AP top 25, though, it is loaded with teams from the Big 12. Kansas, Houston, Iowa State, Baylor, Arizona, Cincinnati. There are no easy nights in the Big 12.
6 teams ranked in the AP Top 25 preseason poll from the Big 12. Most ever in AP Top 25 preseason poll history. Was started in 1961. How about that?
Kansas with a big win tonight against number 9 North Carolina. Living up to their preseason number 1 billing.
Stewart Jr. Couple free throws for Herb Sendek. Tight game tonight from Henderson. Been that way pretty much the whole evening. A lot of lead changes, a lot of ties. One possession evening. Mason works up top for Ali. Cans a three.
Good offense there from Arizona State. Dribble handoff, dribble penetration, the extra pass. Ali knocks it down from deep.
Third three of the game for Ali off the Arizona State bench. Response for Ensminger.
It's a big shot for him. Opener against St. Louis, 0 of 5 from the field, but he is a versatile wing for Santa Clara who can shoot it from beyond the arc.
6'9" from Germany. All 5 of those misses you mentioned were from 3 in the opener against SLU. Tipped up and in by Phillips Jr.
But when you get dribble penetration and defense is in scramble mode, it opens up the offensive glass.
Here's Tilly. Goes for another big dunk. Ali gets in his way and commits the foul. We've seen one already from the big guy from Germany.
As a big, you have on the scouting report that you can shoot it. You get the defense in the air, attack the rim. Ali tries to get there, but not really. At least he fouls him, gets to the line, where Tilly will have to earn the 2.
Well, it does pay off. This is the first free throw of 2. Quaintance is back in. We'll see how the spectacular freshman makes an impact here in the final 6.5 of regulation in his second career game. Santa Clara 6 of 11 from the line tonight. That's a problem. Empty trip fertility. Charity stripe for the Broncos. Santa, two-man game, Quaintance. Ali in the corner, hits a three. Four threes, Amir Ali. Adama Alpha Ball, the senior. Leading scorer, Santa Clara. Effective first half, quiet in the second. Tilly, strong move.
The experience of Tilly shows there. Show shot to the middle. Quaintance falls for it. Tilly, the footwork to spin away. Left hand off the glass.
Mason for Sandin. Miller step back. The lefty hits. Two-pointer for Adam Miller. Lead expands to 7 here for Arizona State. Mahi, spin cycle. Quaintance cuts him off for the pass. Tilly, two-man game with Mahi. And a chance for a three-point play for the big guy from Germany.
Terrific pass to Tilly down low, but help side is nowhere to be found for Arizona State. Mason, if you're going to be that late, you cannot foul. Give him a chance at the three-point play. You got to be early, or you just got to let him get the two and get out.
55 games, 28 starts, 2 years prior, Santa Clara for Christoph Tilly. Honorable mention all West Coast Conference last year. 28 starts, both the U16 and U18 German teams nationally. U18 Euro challengers playing for Deutschland. And out for now. He's been good tonight.
He's been really good. Talked to the staff at shoot around. This team is experienced. They brought back everyone from last year. One of 5 teams across the country to not lose a player to the transfer portal. Guys had good summers working out, improving their skills, getting healthy, stronger in the weight room.
Only team in the West Coast Conference not to lose a player in the portal in the offseason. 5 programs nationally. That's it. Did not lose a single player in the portal in the offseason. That's shocking. Rarely these days. Here's Mason, 5 to shoot. Into the corner. Way too strong from Miller. George Jr. clears an offensive glass here for Santa Clara. Can ball get going in the final 4.5 of the second half? The answer is yes for Adama Alpha. Ball from 3.
Santa Clara now picking up again. 3/4 court pressure.
Freeman other end. Can't respond. Rebound positioning for Mahi, but there is some contact and foul called against Santa Clara.
Big 3 from Adama Ball directly in front of his bench. Mentioned Santa Clara goes 3/4 court zone, a little zone press. A lot of times what that does is it just gets an offensive team out of their rhythm. Arizona State had been executing fairly well in the half court. Makes someone else bring the ball to the floor.
Freeman drives, tries to wrap around pass. Well, there for Quaintance, but there was contact and foul first on the way to the basket. One-point game. Here's Miller. Not this time, front iron miss. Your defensive rebound.
Something to keep an eye on now. Santa Clara only 2 team fouls in this first half, where Arizona State, in the second half, Arizona State already with 10, so the Broncos shooting 2 each foul from here on out.
11 rebounds for Quaintance in game 2 of his ASU career. Jihad back on the floor with 4 fouls for Bobby Hurley, and a foul called some heavy contact off of the ball. We'll sort out when we return to Henderson, Nevada. Great game tonight. Vegas Hoops Classic. One-point game in Henderson, Nevada. Dave Dan with you. Let's revisit your keys partner for tonight.
Well, Santa Clara has done a terrific job at taking care of the basketball. Only 6 against the pressure of Arizona State. And on the flip side for the Sun Devils, play with an efficient pace. I think they've done that for the most part, although they've only shot 43% from the field, which I think they would like to get that up to the high 40s.
Officials looking at a review now for a potential flagrant foul on Jaden Quaintance. He and Cameron Tongue, Dan, got hooked up a bit. What do you think?
I think that's just a no call. Move on to the other end of the floor. I mean, Tongue did his job, blocked him out. Quaintance was trying to attack the offensive glass. As Tongue was backing into him, his momentum was moving towards the rim. There was contact for sure, but then maybe you could say Quaintance pulled with his right hand on Tongue's left shoulder, and then after that initial kind of hit, Tongue kind of flailed and hit Quaintance in the head. So you could go in either direction. I hope it's nothing extra here.
Randy McCall, Matthew Ruckasit, Michael Greenstein, the on-court officiating crew here tonight in Henderson. No flagrant fouls whatsoever there. It's no contact. Common foul is called on Quaintance.
So with the fact that Arizona State has already put Santa Clara in the double bonus, it'll be 2 free throws for Cameron Tongue.
Senior forward from Medfield, Massachusetts. 10 career double-figure games entering play tonight. Had 7 last year. One more free throw for him. Hits 2. 11 rebounds for Quaintance after the 1 board. White game offensively in Arizona State season opener against Idaho State. Did have 6 blocks, was 0 for 6 from the field. What are your impressions for seeing Quaintance for the first time here?
Well, there's a lot of potential. I think it's going to be a work in progress, but the fact that he's got good footwork, he's got good hands, he's a willing defender, that obviously bodes for a bright future, but I think offensively, it's going to take him a little bit of time to really adjust to be able to score outside the paint.
12 points tonight, BJ Freeman. Mahi leaves his feet. Ensminger with the bailout. Here's ball. Had it stripped, taken away by Mason. Players from Europe originally, and there's a bit of a tangle. Held ball near midcourt.
Too much dribbling from Ball up top, ends up losing it, and then Mason gets picked by Carlos Stewart, who has been a theft on the defensive end of the floor throughout the night. 4 steals.
Possession arrow to Santa Clara.
And this is where, with Santa Clara having such continuity from a season ago and bringing Carlos Stewart Jr. back, you feel good about them getting a good shot down the floor.
Mahi to the basket. Can't finish on a reverse layup attempt.
Well, they got the good shot.
Rebound. They sure did.
They just couldn't finish.
Really good look. I thought he might go up for the posterized hammer. Instead, the dipsy-do layup try, but can't finish it. Here's Freeman baseline, the ISO on Mahi. He'll shoot 2 for Arizona State.
Some guys are just fired as scorers, and I would put BJ Freeman in that category. 21 a season ago at UW Milwaukee. He's hit a couple threes tonight. He's put the ball on the deck. That time he's in the low post. He just has a knack to create contact, get himself to the free throw line.
One more here for Freeman. Hits a couple. Preseason watch list, the Julius Irving Award for the top small forward in the nation. So several Sun Devil players making watch lists early in this brand new season. You can see why, big numbers. Ensminger for Tilly. An international flair on the court for Santa Clara. 5 to shoot, under 2 to go in the second half. Mahi, one on the timer. Challenged by Quaintons. Great defense, Arizona State, shot clock violation against the Broncos.
Well, terrific defense. But Santa Clara didn't do themselves any favors. Carlos Stewart, not good spacing. You see him at the bottom of your screen. His defender was able to kind of jam up in that gap while Quaintons was switched on that pick and roll so that Mahi really had no room to operate with the shot clock winding down.
And Tilly looking for position on the missed shot. Twisted his left ankle, remains in the game here for Santa Clara. Quaintons on a bounce. Freeman. Into the corner for Miller. Here's Mason for 3. Austin Mason's first triple for Arizona State tonight. Ball on the other end. Mahi finds the gap in the defense and hammers for Santa Clara. Timeout for the Broncos and Herb Sendek.
Sun Devils with the extra pass. Mason knocking down his first triple of the night, a big one. But Mahi, not to be outdone, terrific cut, finishes it with authority.
finish on tap here. 75-71 game. Our game reset, Dan. Minute 13 to go in regulation. Possession arrow to the Sun Devils. And Arizona State the ball here.
Santa Clara picking up with pressure, but they've got 3 fouls to give before Arizona State is sent to the free throw line. So I wouldn't be surprised if they foul early here in the possession. And they're going to let it go.
Final minute regulation here tonight from Henderson. Quayton swatched by Ensminger. Mason needs help. Kick out Freeman. 3-ball. Hits it. Huge triple for B.J. Freeman.
Big time shot for Freeman, but the poise of Mason after he picks his dribble up in the middle of the key to pivot and then find Freeman.
10-2 run. And ball's fouled on the way to the basket.
Shot that with no hesitancy. Shot clock winding down. Big shot there from B.J. Freeman.
3 fouls, Quayton's. 3 threes in the night for Freeman. Zama out for ball. Tested the NBA waters. Back to Santa Clara. A nice chat with him this morning after the team shoot around. Talked about retooling himself physically, adding muscle, reducing body fat. The NBA wanted a better foundation for him. Quayton's loose change rebound, foul call.
And this is where, sorry Dave, this is where on that previous possession, had you fouled at least once or twice, maybe go for a steal. You're not sitting here with 30 seconds, 31 seconds left in the game, having to foul 3 more times just to put him at the free throw line.
Tilley's third. Two-possession game. There's 1 foul. Two fouls, Ensminger, only 5 team fouls. Gotta keep going here. Tilley thought he had one, had a shove, no call. And Mahi does pick up the 6th foul for Santa Clara second half.
Where the freshman inexperience of Santa comes into play a little bit. Had he got rid of that ball just a half second sooner, B.J. Freeman had a wide open layup out in front of him.
Shot clock turned off, and a timeout called by Bobby Hurley first before the inbounds pass. So we talked at the top of our broadcast tonight, Dan, about B.J. Freeman being a great addition, really outstanding piece for Arizona State this year.
21 a game at UW Milwaukee a season ago. He's gotten off to a really nice start. 12 points in the opener, 17 here tonight against Santa Clara. Couple big threes late here in the second half.
Hit all 6 of his free throws as well. Been a big factor. 18.4 points a game in his career. Tops among all active Division I players entering this game here tonight. They've scored at least 800 career points. What is Bobby Hurley telling his team in that timeout?
Come to the basketball, expect a foul, and then make your free throws, even though you're still not quite in the bonus yet. Well, yes, the next foul is in the bonus.
One more. And there it is. Stewart Jr. commits personal for Herb Sendek. So 7 fouls, 1-on-1 here for ASU. Took a while to get there.
big opportunity at the free throw line here for Alston Mason. To make one of these, the first one, moves it to a 3-possession game. If you're Arizona State getting back defensively, you don't want to foul, but you also don't want to give up a quick, easy, direct line drive all the way to the rim or a pull-up rhythm 3.
Mason 3 for 3 from the free throw line, misses the second. It is 7. Time ran out on ball, and the Broncos way off on a 3. And the rebound for Freeman, and a foul called on Jake Ensminger. Things looking good here for Bobby Hurley to go to 2-0 on the young season. Miss for Freeman, had been 6 for 6 from the line tonight. Ensminger takes it back. Kick out ball for 3. Not this time. And the rebound pulled down by Adam Miller. The lead at 7 with just 6.2 to go second half. Arizona State's going to win this game. Miller tries to put the finishing touches on this game tonight. One more for the senior from Chicago. Hits 2. Against this former school, Herb Sendek going to come up short tonight. Stewart Jr., nice take for 2. Final seconds. And that's all. 81-74 the final. Sun Devils of the Big 12 move to 2-0. And Santa Clara takes its first loss of the brand new season. DJ Freeman outstanding, 17 points, hit 3 threes, 6 of 7 from the line tonight. Santa had a great first half at 11 points. The 5-star phenom, Jaden Quaintance, 5 points, 12 rebounds in his second game as a Sun Devil. 3 blocks tonight after 6 rejections in his debut against Idaho State earlier this week. Get head coach Bobby Hurley, year 10 at Arizona State in a moment. Dan is out on the court to talk with the ASU head coach. 157 career wins now, 3rd ever Arizona State. Herb Sendek, number 2 with 159. Dan now joined by the happy coach.
Thanks, Dave. Yes, sitting here with a happy coach, Bobby Hurley, moving to 2-0 on the season. We talked before the game, you were happy with your defense in game 1. Offense was much better night 2, I imagine.
Yeah, we made some shots, especially in the second half, but we got off to a good start. I thought our defense was disruptive the way it needed to be. We didn't want a team like Santa Clara to get into a good rhythm on offense. They're very good timing, and they got guys that go up the dribble and shoot the 3. So I thought overall our defense held up pretty well.
4 players in double figures. You want to share the ball, spread the ball around, give lots of guys opportunities. Were you happy with that effort tonight?
I thought the quality of our shots was very good. We got some stuff going to the basket. We were able to spray the ball to the perimeter for shooters, and we do have a lot of guys that can make some threes. Really happy with Amir Ali in particular, coming off the bench as a freshman in the second half, making some big shots.
Congrats. Best of luck at Gonzaga on Sunday.
I appreciate you, Dan. Thank you.
Hey, Dan,
Back
Bobby,
to you,
thanks
Dave.
so much. Appreciate that. 15 threes made tonight by Arizona State, moving to 2-0 on the season. Ali was awesome at 4 threes. Now for Dan Dick on the entire crew, Dave Ryan saying so long from Henderson, Nevada, outside fabulous Las Vegas. Big win for Arizona State. Moving now to 2-0. Thanks for watching tonight. from Las Vegas, Nevada.